Okay, so we're joined here today by Professor Sun Peilin, who's joining us from Ghent in Belgium. And Professor Sun, welcome. And I wanted to ask you, could you let us know something about your latest article, which is in the February 2022 issue of the Journal of Chinese Medicine?
Thank you. Thank you all the readers, because I want to take this opportunity to express my great thanks for your support in the all the years for TCM. In terms of the last article I wrote for Journal of Chinese Medicine is about the management of COVID during the convalescence period, because I found this period has its special meaning, and a lot of patients they thought that when their test turns to negative or they don't have symptoms, they thought they are completely recovered. But actually, this convalescence period is such important because it can determine their future symptoms. A lot of long COVID symptoms are closely related with this period, and until now, less attention was paid during this period. They maybe only treated their clinical symptoms, but seldom they take care of the convalescence periods, even they have some little symptoms. That's why I want to contribute this article to TCM.
Yeah, and have you been seeing a lot of these patients personally in your clinic?
Indeed. What we have seen the difference is that the patient during the convalescent period who are treated by TCM, or they don't receive any treatment by TCM, they show difference, because the symptoms when they are coming during the convalescent period, they can quickly under control. But if you let it develop, they can last a couple of months or even years. For example, loss of smell. If they will be treated during this period, usually they don't have complaints.
Yeah, and I know that you had COVID yourself quite strongly, didn't you, in the early period of the pandemic?
Indeed, it happened almost 2 years ago, in March 2020, and I was suffering a lot of this bigger complaint, and I knew I was infected, but that moment the PCR test was not available. But finally, I got the chance to be tested, and it was positive. So I immediately, before I was taking the PCR test, I started already the TCM treatment. So luckily, the TCM helped me a lot. But I think that a lot of people still are waiting for the PCR test. When they have this confirmation, then start to have a TCM treatment. But I would suggest that as soon as you have complaints, no matter it is COVID or not COVID, you should start the TCM treatment.
Yeah, and I know that you've written, I think 4 articles already and shared them through the Journal of Chinese Medicine on COVID.
Yes, indeed. It was very lucky that supported by our dear editor from the Journal of Chinese Medicine, Mr. Maxwell, and he always supported me to write such kind of article, because I found that in the beginning there were very, very few articles appearing in the Journal of TCM all over the world. That's why I thought that I should take this chance and my personal experience and etc. So to share this knowledge with our TCM colleagues. That's why I wrote different articles with treatment of COVID with acupuncture, herbs, and also afterwards I found that some people have suffering from side effects after vaccination. Therefore, I wrote this article and published again in the Journal of Chinese Medicine.
Yeah. Well, we're very grateful that you share your knowledge. And I understand also that you have a book, you're publishing a book on the treatment of COVID.
Indeed. Because I found that COVID-19 is such interesting topic. Why? Since the Ming and Qing dynasty, China has never met such a kind of pandemic situations. So a lot of people believe that acupuncture or herbal medicine could only help chronic cases or some minor cases. They did not see that TCM could also can be so effective in infectious disease. And now, COVID-19 has provided such an opportunity for TCM to show their and to demonstrate their efficiencies. And it is true that the pandemic was broken out all over the world. And I believe that TCM all over the world has done their best to assist them, to help the patient. Therefore, I wrote this book, especially want to contribute the knowledge of TCM for the treatment of COVID. And this book contains two parts. One part is how to then deal with the acute cases of COVID-19. However, it is not the main intention because a lot of people don't see some acute cases of especially severe cases of COVID-19. However, the second part of this book is about how to manage this long COVID, which means that post-COVID syndromes. So more than 22 complaints are discussed with treatment with acupuncture and herbal medicine. I hope that it will give some guidance and illustration for our colleagues.
Excellent. And when will that be available?
Our manuscript is already ready and it is now in the process of editing. And I believe it will be on the market about 2 months or 3 months.
Okay, so February, March, April, May, June,
yes,
something like that?
Something like that, because we submitted our manuscript in November last year.
Okay, well, we look forward to seeing it.
Thank you very much for your support.
Okay, Professor Sun, well, it's been great to talk to you. And
thank you.
Thank you for your work, and I wish you well with the book, and I hope you can keep sharing through the Journal of Chinese Medicine.
I will do that, and I will still wish that I will receive your warm support and also support from all our colleagues. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye then. Thank you.